G'day guys, welcome to Tasmanian Fishing Adventures. I'm on the Hellyer River today, which I've never actually fished before. So we're at the Murchison Highway, so there's the highway just there right behind me. So there's only a few different places to access the Hellyer River. This is one of them. The water looks beautiful, it's fairly high, a little bit discoloured. So I'll be using a few lures and hopefully we can find a few Hellyer River trout today. Right, there we go. Oh, fish. Yes! First cast. First cast. Come on, net, sort yourself out. Right. There we have it. I saw him chasing it. And we've got ourselves a stonker. Skinny little trout. Smashed that lure and he's absolutely nailed it. First cast. It's a good sign. Very good sign. Well, very first cast ever on the Hellyer River, and we caught a fish. Not the biggest fish I've ever caught. No one following the lure that time. Quite a deep looking pool up here, so hopefully we can wade around the edge of it. But just below the bridge, looks like a good spot. Oh! There's another fish, and he's still there. That one was bigger. Fish! Oh no! He didn't seem to get spooked after that. Ah, that would have been 2 and 3 casts, or 4 casts, or whatever it was, but he hit it. And he then just kind of sank to the bottom, like he was real sad that it wasn't actually a real fish that it was attacking. If it keeps up like this, then we're in for a good day. Fish out of the rapids. Crazy. What a spot for a fish to be. Right in those rapids right there. He's all tied up in the net, but there he is. I reckon we've gone smaller. That was crazy, right from the real fast water. Not where I expected to find a fish. Fish. First cast on the new lure. Yes. Woo! No! Oh, I nearly had him. But that's awesome. Changed over to the MEPS spinner, golden colour, because I'd fished so many lovely sections just like what we've got here with that Rapala CD5, and there was just nothing, no follows, which is weird because the first 50 metres of the river caught 2 fish and had many follows. There we go, so that was first cast using the MEPS spinner, and we nearly had him. That was close. Fish. Ah! Damn it. Oh. I don't often use shelters or spinners like this, so it's an interesting experience, but I remember back when I was just starting trout fishing, the second trout I ever caught was on a shelter. But anyway, I stopped using them because I remember losing a lot of fish. They just didn't stick on like they do with the hard bodies, but anyway. Fish. Nice. Whee. Haha, awesome. Got one on the shelter, lost one, had a hit. Now I've got one. It's a pretty fish. These red dots there. It's all wrapped up in the net, but that's nice. We're getting a few on the board. Hopefully it continues. It's a beautiful river. It's just my favourite kind of river, really. It's a bit high, but yeah, all these lovely runs and things. It's what I like. It's perfect. So the Hellyer River is a very, very wild river. Fish. Just getting interrupted here. That'll be the biggest one of the day. They've all been very little. This one's still quite small, but this is still the biggest. And he's monstered the shelter. There he is. Nice fish. Eating the shelter, down the hatch. Beautiful. Anyway, that was fish number 4. But as I was saying, the Hellyer River is a fairly wild river, so basically all of it flows through quite difficult to access terrain through wet forest and rainforest. So we've got rainforest riparian zone, and then you can see quite large old growth eucalypts up on the top of the hill down there, so quite hard to access. There's only a couple of roads that cross it, Murchison Highway being one of them, but it is a tributary of the Arthur River, so quite a major tributary, and it is actually the origin of the trout in the Arthur catchment. So trout was stocked into the Hellyer River, and they've since spread from there and given us the sea run trout fishery and whatnot, which is quite well known, the Arthur River sea run trout. Anyway, it all started here. But the fish in this river are fairly small, which we've been seeing, but the water's really high as well today, so it is the very, very start of spring. So you're going to be expecting pretty high water conditions, and it's been fairly wet the last 2 days. So it makes it a bit tougher to catch the fish, to find the fish and to catch them. But over summertime, I'm sure this river will be an absolute gem. And you'll be able to get away with fly fishing very easily, but at the moment still finding a few fish tucked into the edges and the seams and things like that. Fish. Nice. Nice. Number 5. He's a little fatty. Guys, absolutely destroyed the shelter. Funny that. It just looks like nothing, represents nothing, just flashes, and they love it. Lovely red spots. Very nice little fish from a perfect little area. Get the hooks out of him. So I caught that fish just from right in front of me here, and you can see how where I'm standing, fairly fast flowing. On the right hand side, fast flowing. Got a couple of rocks just up here creating a bit of a white water, and then creating this quite slow patch right in the middle of the river. So that's what you're looking for. When the water's up, you're either going to be fishing in the slow edges like there, or there might be midstream, it's not an eddy, what's the word I'm looking for, it's just a slow patch of water. So the fish are probably not going to be holding out whether you've got these white water permanent waves and things like that. They're going to be somewhere where the water's a little bit slower. So there's probably not too much point trying to cast across the entire river. Just look for those areas, and that's where most of the fish are going to be. Yeah, oh, got off. So yeah, again, log here, calm water, fast. Fish was right there. Fish, yeah. Stay in the water, buddy. Bang. Number 6. Killing it. Can we get to double figures? We will find out. But it is another very little fish. So these fish are all very small. They've all been very tiny, which is why I want to come back when it's a bit warmer, water's lower, and use the 3-weight fly rod, because fish like this is what the 3-weight is designed for. But right down the hatch. Lovely. So I was saying before that I haven't used shelters or spinners in a long time. So this is a MEPS spinner, size 2. Yeah, so size 2, and you can see it's gold with red dots on it. I didn't pick that colour for any particular reason. I feel like any kind of colour would work. But yeah, it's been very successful obviously today, so might have to start using these spinners again. Now these fish, I'm sure, are not very fussy, but I'm wondering whether a river like the Mersey, where the fish are quite used to getting everything chucked at them, whether this would actually work or not. Oh, fish, yeah, sure, I'm chasing it. Nice. Sure, I'm duck out and chase it. Bang, 7. Double figures. I'm calling it. Nice. Thank you very much, fish. Awesome. Oh, fush. Fish. Ah. Yeah, he's probably me just daydreaming. He's daydreaming like, oh, I feel like there's something on the end of my line. Oh. Fish. Oh, where's the net? Where's the net? Bang! Number 8. Wonder if it was the same one that hit it, followed it all the way in. It's a bit better, that one. I don't know. Low standards. Lovely. Number 8. Not far off the double figures. We'll keep pushing. Alrighty guys, that's a wrap from me today. Didn't quite make it to the 10, but we came very close. Beautiful day up here on the Hellyer River, somewhere that I've not ever fished before, so it's nice to get out and explore a little bit of new water as I try and find my way back to the car. But yeah, I can't wait for it to warm up a little bit when the water's a bit lower. I reckon fly fishing, dry fly fishing, would be really exceptional on this part of the river. There seems to be a lot of fish in it. But until next time, I hope to see you out on the water, wherever that may be.